You're using this to cut your timeline? This is not the tool you're supposed to be using. This just might be the best tool you can use in DaVinci Resolve, and as a creator, probably the best tool for your overall apps. So in this video, we're discussing about this mouse, which was the most requested video by all of you. We're going to discuss everything about this mouse from programming it and using it in DaVinci Resolve, as well as some other apps. However, this is going to be a little bit on the long side, so I set everything up with chapter markers below, which you can skip forward to the things that you need to see. Okay, we're going to get started right here with this fully edited timeline, except for this one little section which you see here, which I pulled that back out just so we can work with it. Now, I just want to point out that everything that we're doing, you can do with keyboard shortcuts. So if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to show you some of the keyboard shortcuts. That way you can just do that pretty easily. Also, if you're going to be doing keyboard shortcuts, I highly recommend that you get yourself a 3-button mouse. You don't have to have one just like this, but a mouse with just 3 buttons will allow you to do so many things in DaVinci Resolve, as that's what it's really designed to utilize. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to expand this timeline so I can see the audio waveform a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the Shift key and I'm going to scroll down, and then next I'm going to use the little side button. I'm going to hold Option and I'm going to scroll that over. I could use either scroll button to do this. I just use the side button. With the main scroll button, you can see I can go up and down on the audio. If I make this bigger, now I can go up and down for that as well. So I'm going to bring that back down. With the side scroll button, it gives me the option to scroll along the timeline, which is really great because when you have to click and drag, as you can hear, you have to deal with all of that audio. It's a lot easier for me to just scroll through where I want to, find something, and set my point there. So let's find a spot where we're going to cut some stuff out and how you can really improve yourself using the mouse. So as you can see here, I set myself some markers, and what I'm going to do is utilize them to cut this. So first, let's do it the way that you would normally do it. If we select this little blade and we come to where that is and we just click that, now I have a cut timeline there. Then you would have to come over here, click that again, come back, click your mouse, come down here, delete, select this, backspace, and bring everything back to where it was. So let's undo that. So with this mouse, what I can do is I can just bring my playhead to where I want it. On this button right here, I have it set to cut the timeline. So I'm just going to press that. So now it has cut the timeline there. If I come forward to here, where I need to do the next one, I could cut it and delete it, but that's not really speeding me up. So what I'm going to do is, instead of leaving it on here, I'm going to click this one right here, which is going to allow me to ripple the timeline. And what I have set here is some keyboard shortcuts, which will allow me to cut the timeline to the playhead. So from this point over, I just click one button and it has just cut and ripple deleted all the way to there. However, this can be an issue for you. So let me show you what would be wrong there. Let's bring this back up so we can see. Now you see down here, I do have music and I just cut all of that out. So let's undo that. I don't want to cut any of my music out. So what I have to do is I need to select just these clips and do it with them. In order to cut that correctly, what I do suggest is that you link all of your clips together. Select the 3 clips, then we're going to press that button and ripple delete it just like that. Now you can see I have not ripple deleted and eliminated anything below that. Command Z, I'm going to just redo that whole thing again. I'm going to come here, I'm going to select that, I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to ripple delete this again, and watch over here and see what happens. As you can see, everything has moved together without affecting the timeline. So you want to make sure that you're set up to not affect your timeline. Okay, so for this next part, I wanted to actually keep this section, so I will come here, and then I'm going to cut that. And I want to eliminate this, so I'll just select these, come here, and ripple delete without damaging the rest of the timeline. Okay, so for the next part I want to show you is about selecting things. So let's zoom out we're going to click this to zoom out, and we're going to come over, say, to here towards the end. Okay, so let's come over here. So that way you can see I do have music here, and I have all these things. So for the example that I'm going to do here is that I want to select all of these clips so I can move them, because I need to do something. I want to add something in the middle here without affecting this. What you might be used to doing is clicking here and dragging and selecting everything. Then you could grab all your stuff and move it over. I mean, that's okay, but let's undo that. So what I've done to make things much faster is on this bottom portion, there's a button here, which I just click that and it selects every single thing from that point to the end. And then I can easily grab them and drag them. Where this might be really important is when you are cutting these apart and editing. So if you are editing and you do not have sound effects, you do not have all those things, and you do have, say, 3 or 4 layers that you need to work with, then you can easily just hit that button, make your cut, go to your next section, hit that button, and ripple delete. And it makes it up. Well, I didn't ripple delete because I had on there. So let's undo that. And to ripple delete, select this, and then we will press the button and it ripple deletes. So the next part is, what if we want to ripple delete to the end? So that's the same thing. So maybe I get to here. I'm going to select my clips that I want to select, and my next button that I have there's 2 buttons right there. I just hit that button and it ripple deletes from that point to the end and brings everything there extremely fast. So I want to know, what do you think about this mouse? Will it speed up your workflow? Please comment below how you normally edit things and whether or not this is going to do something good for you. So I just want to take a moment to introduce myself. If we haven't met already, my name is Chad. I make DaVinci Resolve tutorials and create systems and processes to help you streamline your workflow. So this way you can focus on your business and things like that. If you could do me a favor and stop using things like this, and if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Aside from just DaVinci Resolve, I do want to mention about the mouse, and we will go over how to program it as well. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come here to Logi Options. Once you bring up Logi Options, this is what you would see. As you can see, I have the mouse here, and what I have to do is I need to click on it. Once I've clicked on it, it's going to show everything that I am pre-programmed for. So as you can see, I have Bridge, Photoshop, DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, which I don't use anymore, Google Chrome. I also have my Microsoft things that I might need, the Safari browser, and Zoom. Now you can add so many more. I mean, there's just so many applications on the computer. I just don't have to use the buttons for everything, but you can add for just about any application. Anything that you have a keyboard shortcut to, you can program it into this mouse and make your life so much easier. So for me as a creator, this is extremely useful. So I want to just go over a real quick showing of what I would do, say, for Bridge. Okay, so this has my Bridge keyboard shortcuts. This has my Photoshop. So for an example, let's open Bridge. You can see here I have a photo of my wife. So what I will do is I will click this button. That was just using the third mouse wheel to click on that, and that brings it open here, and then I can do any adjustments and things that I need. And then if I open into Photoshop, okay, so for Photoshop, I set one of the buttons, I just click it, and it brings it right to center. And then maybe say I press the B key to do that, or you can program that on here to bring up the brush. And I do something, but I made a mistake. So what I can do is just click one button, it'll undo it. Then maybe I did want that, and I can redo it. If I want to switch back to my cursor, I just press one button and I have that. So it makes it very simple to utilize on all apps that you might be using. So let's get into the Logitech app and how I have this mouse set up. So we're going to look at DaVinci Resolve setup. As you can see, we have this button here, which is the middle wheel button, which you can click and use. I'm going to show you a little bit of that in DaVinci Resolve as well. So this button here is what I use for my blade. This is the scroll wheel, which I had demonstrated. These two were set up for my ripple deletes. These ripple deletes allowed me to cut the timeline up so much faster. And this one down here is the one that I use to select all of the things. So I want to show you how to set up your mouse using DaVinci Resolve on the keyboard shortcuts, as well as show you some keyboard shortcuts that you can use. So what you can do, you come over here, and the easiest thing to do to find is select help. And right here, if you just type in keyboard, you will see keyboard customization. Also, when you do that, it will show you where it's actually located. So if you're looking for something, use the help feature and it will show you where to go. So as you can see, it's under DaVinci Resolve keyboard customization. So let's go look over there. As you see here, I just go under DaVinci Resolve and keyboard customization. I click that and this is what comes up. So now we can see so many different things. Whatever's going to speed up your workflow, you can program it. So maybe you want to do something for color, for fusion. I'm focused on the edit page when it comes to the mouse. That's what I work with the most. I don't know, what do you work with the most? Please let me know with a comment below so I know what you're really working on. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here under this commands, all commands, application, and select edit. This lets me know what are the keyboard shortcuts that I need to program the mouse with. So this has the ripple delete, ripple overwrite. You can select your F10 key for that, ripple cuts. This is for the trimming. Lets you know how to trim. So this is the trim to start. This is what I'm using for the actual ripple delete, which is trim to start. So let's see how to do that. Now I know trim to start and I know which button it was going to be on. So let's go back to Logi options and that is to be set here. So let's select that. When you click on this side, they have recommendations that may be already preset, but you can come down here to keyboard shortcut and you select that. This may be where it was originally, but you select this. Okay, so once you select there, just press shift and the bracket, and now we have cut to the playhead. The reason we do not have the ripple delete, let's go back here real quick, is because I have it set up to do there. So this way I'm not always ripple deleting. Maybe I just want to cut one clip and move it. So here, as you see, I have this one set as Command B for the blade. This is just for scroll wheel. This one's middle mouse button, and you have those two buttons. This one's for ripple back. As you can see, you press shift and the close bracket. This one here is keyboard shortcut is Option plus Y. That's the shortcut to select everything. Okay, so let's go back into DaVinci Resolve and see a little bit about what that middle mouse button does. So with this middle mouse button, of course, you can scroll, which is great. Let's bring this down a little bit. I'm going to make this one viewer and let's fit. Okay, now I have it fit there. I want to zoom in a little. I'm just using this scroll wheel. It allows me to zoom. Now, what's also good about this is that this is a third button. So if I click this button and drag, now I can pull myself around the viewer by using that. If you go into, say, the Fusion page, let me grab a Fusion composition. I'm going to drop that there. I'm going to put this, and we're going to go into Fusion. I don't have any media in. My camera overheated and it shut off, so hopefully I can figure out where it shut off at here. So as you see, I had this text. I did. Let me press the 2 key to bring that up here. Let me just go into, say, just one. So with this middle mouse button, what I can do is I can scroll around, say, in 3D space. For example, if I just grab it, I can just pull myself around anywhere on this plane like that. If I press the Option key and click it, now I can spin it around and go around and utilize the 3D space however I would like to. Just in case you didn't see it here on the edit page, we can scroll in and out on there, or we can grab it and we can pull around this way. Let's fit that back into the viewer. Okay, so that's pretty much the basics of how this mouse works. Now let's get into a little bit of the keyboard shortcuts, because I think that you should know that you don't have to make a purchase of the mouse. You can use everything on the keyboard. However, if you do want to purchase the mouse to speed up your workflow, I do have an affiliate link down in the description below, which if you do click on it would benefit the channel very much, and I would definitely appreciate it. So let's get into some of these keyboard shortcuts that I told you that I use on a regular basis, and maybe some that you could use instead of having the mouse. How about we do it the old-fashioned way? So let's zoom in this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm just going to press Command Blade which would blade it there. I'm going to drag this over and say we want to do that ripple delete. So what I can do is make sure that's selected. I'm going to select this and just press the shift bracket. And that does ripple delete it and brings it back just as we had seen. Let's bring this back up and let's hit that full view. But as you can see, I did just cut some of that out, I believe. Let's see. Yes, so that did cut some of that out. Now, another very important thing I want to show you about on keyboard shortcuts that will be beneficial to you. Let's scroll back into that audio waveform. First, let me hear what it has to say. So what I want to do is I want to eliminate some of this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut, Command B, and blade that. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm just going to do it here, for example. I'm going to select that and I'm going to press that. I'm going to press the shift open bracket to bring it back, to ripple it to the playhead. Now I want to test that to see if the audio fits the way I want it. Okay, so now I've zoomed out and what I want to do is test to see if that audio worked the way I wanted it to. So one of the keyboard shortcuts that I would like to use is the / key. So let's press that and see what happens. Light. I have zoomed this in. It's probably going to be out. So as you can see, when you press the / key, instead of scrolling all the way back or scrolling too far, it's going to go a couple seconds before, and then it's going to play it through, which makes your editing much faster instead of constantly going way back and replaying too much. You just check what you did on your edit. So now let's zoom that back in. My next set of keys that I use often is the J, K, and L. Let's press the L key. It's probably going to be out pretty far, something like this for you. And there I press the K key. That has stopped it. Now I'm going to press the J key. Well, you're upset yelling at Mr. All Peter. So, what I'm doing here, and I typically use my left hand on those J, K, and L keys, and I have my mouse in this hand. This way I can scroll through. It's probably going to be out pretty far, something like this, and listening to something, and I know that's where it is, so I'm going to blade that. So now I just went a little bit too far, so I want to come back a little so I can cut that. What I'm going to do is hold the K key and press the J key to come back a little bit. Now I'm going to select that and ripple delete. Okay, so now let me bring this out fully. Okay, so I'm going to give you one more, which is a bonus. I'm going to just select this. Now say you have some B-roll or you have a clip that you actually want to move from here and you want to put it here. Problem is that you have to select everything, move it all the way over, like even if you have the mouse and you select everything, you bring this, now you have to deselect that, find your clip, drag that out, bring it over, select this, bring it back. It's a lot of work, so let's undo that. So what I can do is say I just select this one, I'm going to press Shift, Command, and I'm going to press the comma key. And look, it just jumps right on over, just like that. Or I can press the period key, and I'm going to send it over that way. So that's a little bonus on that. So now, let's say if I cut the clip here. I want to show you another little trick that you can do. So let's select this. Let's just move the playhead out so you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select here. This way I get both of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the period key and watch what happens. You see, I just ripple deleted the left portion over to the right by 1 frame. If I press the comma key, it goes back the other way. Now, if I don't select both of them, if you bring your mouse cursor here, and once you get this, you just click that and it'll bring up just that one-sided green edge. If you press the period key, you're going to ripple delete 1 frame that direction. If you press the comma, it's going to ripple delete 1 that way. So you can really work in your audio, and you can also finesse the things that you need by utilizing that, rather than having to ripple delete 1 frame at a time using the mouse or something else. Of all of the things that you just saw when it comes to ripple deletes and the keyboard shortcuts, which one of these were your favorite? Personally, I love being able to ripple delete, get everything done so quickly, and really speeds up my workflow. So that's what I can tell you about these two things, and I would like to know, which one do you plan on using for the future? If you have any questions regarding the mouse or anything related to DaVinci Resolve, you can comment below and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. And according to your watch habits and the YouTube algorithm, they believe that this next video would be the best one for you to watch. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.